Welcome back to another Table Talk session. Today's Table Talk session is going to be very interesting as today's sister to sister talk is on friendship, quality versus quantity. So if you get into this session and you feel hype on this topic as I'm discussing my perspective, please give your feedback in the comment section below or inbox me your thoughts. This particular sister sent me a scenario that happened to her at work. Here it goes.
In a summary. Hey, I was asked a question last week by one of my coworkers slash friends. She asked me if she was to find something out about my child that she didn't think I knew, would I be mad if she came and told me? My response was no. I would want you to come to me and tell me, especially if we are friends slash family. She then shared her thoughts for that. If you say that you are my friend, I would like to know that you are comfortable to come and tell me good or bad news and be there to help pray and go through life together. She closed by asking if I could do a topic on friendship and what kind of qualities in a friend should one
So I'll begin this conversation with a clause that what I share is an expression of preferences. And I love it when my sisters inbox me because it lets me know that what is being shared is creating thoughts. And ultimately, I want you as a sister to start real conversations when you go out with your sisters. So, what our table talk sessions are on are to provoke you to have real conversations. I had a thought a couple of weeks ago about friendships, and this was around the same time when I did the video on 5 ways to not be used. And my thoughts were when people enter into a relationship or a friendship, there are those expectations that you have when you're really feeling that person that you're talking to. And hopefully, you will get to a place where you're comfortable enough to say, hey, these are things that I love or look for in a person. These are things that will make me cringe or upset me. There just should come a time where if you want this person to be a part of what I call your nucleus, that you should have a heart to heart or be able to express that not in a serious necessarily, hey, I need to sit and talk to you, but just through conversation, getting to know somebody or someone. It'll be hard to articulate this in a short segment, so I'm going to try my very best to keep it short but 100. The top five, that's what I'm going to call it. Top five quality versus quantities to look for in a friend. Number one is respect. Respect is how you feel about someone, and respect is how you treat someone. So, one is verbal, the other is in action. Now, I can tell you how I feel about you, and my actions reflect something totally different. I can say I love you, and yet I throw dirt in your face, but they're not of the same sort. So, I have to make sure that when I see a person and they're part of my nucleus, they're part of someone that I call a friend, that they are respectful. Now, the opposite is disrespect, and that is just someone who is being or acting rude, being impolite, being offensive, and they're being that constantly towards you as an individual. They don't regard you just want a person that definitely is showing that level of respect in both word and in action. Number two, the second quality that I look for, again, this is on perspective, is a supportive friend. I ran across this post and I love relationship rules. If you are not following them on Facebook or on Instagram, they post some great quotes. The picture said, some talk to you in their free time, and some free their time to talk to you. Learn the difference. And that's the key, is that if a person is saying that they're your friend, they're going to make sure that you feel as though they have time for you. They will make time, they'll adjust time, they'll be excited to talk to you, and it shouldn't be one sided. If I'm having to call you all the time and I don't ever cross your mind, you don't pick up the phone to text me, to call me, to just say, hey, how you doing? To me, that's showing that maybe you're not as concerned about me as I am you. You know what I'm saying? Think about that from time to time. And I'm not talking about a supportive friend that's necessarily co signing on some crazy shenanigans and ideas. I am not that friend. I am not that friend that jumps on bandwagons that's like, yeah, I'm going to support you jumping off that bridge. I'm going to support you talking to this crazy rascal. I'm not that person. I'm going to be 100, especially if you ask me for advice on, a situation. It'll be 100, and you may like it, you may not like it. We should be able to agree to disagree, and I'm gonna support you, but I'm gonna support you in a way that shows you that I love you. Supportive means that that person is there during a crisis. A person is there when you need wise advice. Again, wise advice. I just started a business. They just started a business. I'm going to support your brand. I'm going to support what you're doing, your efforts, whatever is helping you to be a better you. I'm supporting that. My parent is sick. Your parent is sick. Can you pray with me that I'm able to do A, B, C, and D? You're really being supported. Here's a true story. So last year, my father had a need for open heart surgery. And I have a friend, and we've been friends for over 10 years. This is somebody who I've been friends with since high school. And this particular friend, she was of a group that I sent a message out to. I have a group that I call my nucleus, people that I really love, that are, close to me, close to my heart, love them. And so I sent this group out, not the group, but individually, I sent people who I wanted to know, hey, my dad is in the hospital. He's having surgery. Please pray, whatever have you. Sent that text out. Well, this friend, and she's from the same city or town that I'm from, and that's how we met, went to school together, of course. But I messaged her, and I had to drive 4 hours to go be with my dad. So when I got to the hospital, my friend is texted me saying, hey, I'm pulling up into the parking lot. So I was able to meet her. Now, this is someone who, hands down, I tell her, you are solid. You are solid. You are solid. I cherish her because she's consistent. She's not there just coming, hey, I got this and this going on and venting, but it's reciprocated. The respect, the love. She literally, I don't even refer to her as a best friend anymore. She is, but she's more like a true sister, even though we're not blood related. She knows my family. She comes over. My parents ask about her. She just became family, literally. And I value her because she's consistent, she's respectful, she's supportive. She has those qualities that you should really look for in a friend. And nowadays, it's hard to find people who are like that. I'm not talking about a fair weather person that is adding drama to your life, but a person that can actually add character. They're a person that makes you be a better you. That person is just solid, a supportive friend. Mind you, she and we don't talk every day. We don't talk every week. We don't talk every month. I'm talking about a supportive friend that is not necessarily somebody that you got to tangibly see all the time, but when you need them, they're there. That, when they need you, you're there. You want it to be reciprocated, and that's what you look for. That's quality. Number 3, trust. Now, I have this as number 3, but for Siobhan, this is number 1. Confidentiality. Say that with me. Confidentiality. The root word is confide. You want to be friends with someone that you can trust, that you can confide in. And I'm not talking about somebody that's there when you want to vent, or you're their person when they want to vent. When push comes to shove, you want somebody that you can talk to and know that your business is not out there in the streets, because it's not for the streets to have. You don't want that person. You want someone that is trustworthy, that can hold water, quality. Quality. Now, 100%, my mama is like, you can hold water, and it'll be over something that somebody may think is very small or minute. And I have friends now, they'll call me and be like, Vaughn, this is going on. And again, I don't talk to my friends every day, every week, every month, but I hold it, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy for me, and I'm sure it's easy for them because they know that it's not in the street, it's with you, who I'm telling it to. Be trustworthy that a person can come to you and know that you can hold it. Just That's just a straight up requirement. Be able to be somebody that they can confide in. Now, a clause, and this is a teachable moment and something that, occurs through growth and maturation, is that there are going to be times when you outgrow someone. For instance, if I used to drink, if I used to smoke, if I used to go to the club and we met and you were in that circle that I hung out with, I chilled with, then that's where we met. That's how we got along. We could chill, hang out, and that was what I liked. Well, I've grown and now I'm not into going to the club. I'm not into drinking. I don't smoke. I don't cuss. I'm not, that's not of my persuasion. That's not of my culture. That's not what I'm in. We grow. And that's not to say that I'm better than you, or if that's you, that you're better than them. That's to say that sometimes we can outgrow people, and that's okay. However, what was shared while we were friends, the conversations that were had while we were friends, and not even to say that we're not friends anymore, the closeness that's there, I should still regard it. I should still protect it. I should still hold that out of respect. I'm still being trustworthy. When I see you, I'm going to say, hey, how you doing? We haven't had a falling out. We just stopped talking over time. I have people who I was really close to in high school, and because we are not in the same profession, I moved from my hometown. We don't see each other. We just don't talk. We can get on Facebook. Hey, how you doing? Happy birthday. Nothing. If I saw them right now, we'd be good. I'm not talking about, you had a falling out. And even if you did have a falling out, you should still regard it. You should still protect that to for sake of character, for your character. I mean, just saying. Be solid, be trustworthy, be someone that you're able to confide in, and it be that. I'm gonna pause to insert this. And this post that I found, I thought was dead on with what I'm basically saying. You ever protect someone's reputation by not telling your side of the story? You ever watch them humiliate you and play the victim to the public? That's another level of restraint slash self control. But the reward is so much greater in the end. I'd rather stay blessed. It feels so much better than revenge. If you can be a person that is not petty, if you can be a person that can know that you can outgrow somebody and it be okay, be that person. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to get to. You want to be at a place where you can get to that place where I don't have to tell your business. Your business wasn't in the street before when we were close. It shouldn't be in the street now. Like, we should be good in that aspect. Number 4 is state your boundaries. Important. And so this goes with the purpose of this actual table talk session that the sister inboxed me asking. The coworker asked, would she feel comfortable for her to come and tell her something that she knew about her son? Would it upset her, even if it was good or bad? And to me, for somebody to ask that question is somebody that's already trying to establish that level of respect, that level of trustworthiness. I want to know, how close are we? Sometimes you think you're close to someone and your level of love may be a bit more than what they're giving you. You may be loving them a bit harder, loving them stronger than what they're loving you as. So it's good to touch in and say, hey, where are we sitting as far as in our friendship? You know, measure that level, make sure that it's being reciprocated. If you are holding and being confidential with their information, but on the other end, your business is in the street, you're on different wave paths. You're on different levels. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that it's reciprocated. Y'all on the same page, and asking those questions will help with setting the boundaries. Maybe we're not as close as I thought we were. You want to know that. Number 5, storm weathered. A quality that you want to have in a friend is that they be storm weathered. Now, it is not that I desire for there to be a storm cloud or something that comes up, a hole in the road. That's not what I'm saying. However, I can't be ignorant and say that people won't be people, attitudes won't be attitudes, things can't happen, and that we're going to see eye to eye on everything, the agree to disagree type of situation. Again, I'm a type of person, when you come to me with a scenario situation, I'm going to give what I feel is wise advice. And it may not necessarily be what you agree with, but that's what I'm going to come with you with. I'm not going to be sugarcoating and wanting you to feel good. And I know that it's going to hurt you in the end, especially if I say that I love you. I'm not going to help to set you up for something crazy. I'm just saying. And I would hope the same for me. I hope that if you befriend me, that you're not going to be trying to set me up for crazy, that you would give wise counsel. Just saying. But you want a person, quality, that storm weathered. There's someone that can be empathetic, tenderhearted, love you hard, and is able to see that hole in the floor, say, hey, there's a hole in the floor, watch out for it. They didn't watch out for it, and you can say, hey, I tried, but yeah, you did try to tell me, I didn't listen, and you keep it moving. I'm a filler in the sense that it's a gift and it's a curse. I'm empathetic, I'm tenderhearted, and I love hard. And people have been upset and thrown their trash on me in a friendship or relationship before. And I've been one to apologize first, to forgive first, and so on, for peace sake, because it doesn't sit well with me because I'm a filler. I even did a video on forgiveness, and what I do want to say with the storm weathered is I'm not co-signing, even as I said in that video, I'm not co-signing on mistreatment. I'm not co-signing on disrespect, consistently being mistreated, consistently being disrespected. I'm not co-signing on that. Again, you can outgrow somebody in over a process of time. So if we've discussed A, B, C, and D, and we come across that corner as I described, we come across that corner and we're meeting on that path far too many times, to me, it's like we're clashing, and it's okay. I can say, hey, how you doing? And I can love you and mean it, and we be good where we are. You just may not be that person that I can consider as a true quality of a friend that I need for my nucleus, and vice versa. Just maybe it is what it is. And as an adult, you learn to be able to speak. You learn to know when it's okay to be at peace without lending yourself out there to be hurt, to be manipulated, to be held as you always doing this and this, and the other person being the victim all the time. Little by little, you just pull away. And I'm going to end with this status. Everybody will swear or say that they're solid, but ice is solid too until you add heat. Make sure that you stay solid. If heat is applied, meaning this storm weathering, if heat is applied to the friendship, to the relationship, and they're not the core nucleus that you need, and they begin to melt, because it's apparent, it will be apparent, you know, just know to pull away, to make sure that your nucleus has these five top qualities. So, to answer my sister's question, these are the 5 top qualities that I'd say that you should look for or consider to have in a friend, sis. If someone is asking you how you'd feel about a situation, or they're asking to fill out a boundary, to me, that's a respectful approach. Just make sure that you're truthful in what you really want from them. If you can't handle someone being 100 and you don't see that y'all are that tight, process it, figure out a way to express that, but tell the truth. There's no harm in that. What's harmful is not sharing the boundaries. What's harmful is you not being 100 and saying, hey, I don't feel like we're there right now. I just appreciate it if you didn't say anything. Be truthful. Not sharing boundaries or having unspoken expectations leads to miscommunication and disappointments because someone thought that the friendship was more than how the other person perceived it. And sometimes that's where the friendship lies. Top 5 qualities for quality over quantity: being respectful, being supportive, being trustworthy, approving boundaries, and storm weathered. What are your thoughts? I want to know what you have to say concerning the qualities that you look for in a friend. Leave some comments below. I hope that this starts a conversation, a real conversation with your sisters. Thanks for joining in today's Table Talk session. Have a question or feedback? Comment below or find me on Facebook at Table Talk Sessions.